What is that?
You know, it's a book called The Corner. About these two writers who hung out on a Baltimore drug corner for a whole year.
Dealers let them do that?
Oh, yeah. Dealers even let them use their real names.
No way.
Yeah, way.
You think if somebody wanted to write a book about us?
What about you and me?
Well, it's a unit. Homicide detectives.
Right. Fat chance.
You think you would let me use your real name, follow you around, watch your work?
Not in a million years.
Me neither.
KGA 6405.
6405 to KGA. Go ahead, KGA.
Be advised, duty officer will meet you at crime scene, 200 block West Saratoga.
10-4, KGA. So the duty officer is going to meet us at the crime scene.
Yeah, sounds like this case could have some profile.
I smell a red ball.
Barn father.
Red ball the size of an asteroid.
Judge Gerald Gibbons, Part 14, Circuit Court for Baltimore City, stabbed once right in his heart.
Stabbed?
Any witnesses?
Apparently, the judge was accosted by a young man as he was getting into his car.
Yeah, so, city judge stabbed to death, downtown Baltimore, broad daylight.
What'd I tell you? The mother of all red balls.
Richmond? We ride downtown?
This isn't a limo, Carl. Where's Nessa? We're late.
She's doing her hair. Come on, man. Take it around the block, will you? I gotta talk to you. Come on.
What's on your mind?
Why you gonna tell my boss I'm on parole, man? That cost me my damn job.
You cost her your job. You're supposed to notify your employer you're an ex-con.
I'm supposed to notify him, not you. You're not even my parole officer. Don't get to do me like that, man. McMillan's my parole officer. He don't mind.
Walter's way too easy on y'all. Parolee's got no business working security.
Thanks to you, I ain't working at all. What am I supposed to do now?
Find something appropriate.
You're a racist.
Excuse me?
You've been out to get me ever since I hooked up with Nessa.
We about through here, Carl? I gotta get to work.
Yeah, we're through.
Let me know when you find a new job.
I'll let you know nothing. Pull over, I'll get out here.
What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
Behind you!
So we got an ID on the stabber?
Well, let's see. We got an African-American male, early mid-20s, average height, average build, sneakers, sweatsuit, hood pulled up. Nobody saw his face.
Okay, well, we can rule out carjacking and robbery. The jewelry, the watch, the wallet, all intact. Ditto the briefcase, car keys, contents of the glove box.
So, what do we got then? We got a panhandler with a grudge, street crazy. He asks the judge for spare change. The judge blows him off, and then he jukes the judge right in the chest.
It's awfully bold for a panhandler.
Yeah.
I believe that our judge was using a cell phone when he got stabbed.
Yeah, taking a call.
You assume he was taking a call and not making a call because he had just come from his office where he could have made a call for free? And why pay those expensive cellular minutes?
No. No, I assume he was taking a call because that phone down there is off the hook. See, we got a phone there. We got a phone there. What else have we got?
Congratulations, you found a downtown payphone that works.
Hey, could you process for prints, please?
I always said you were a great detective.
Thank you.
You know, if this were a Lexus, I'd say we had ourselves a drug lord drive-by. Who goes to the trouble to ventilate a circa 1990 Cavalier with 100,000 miles on it?
How do you know how many thousand miles it's got on it?
Instinct. Check the odometer.
All right. 95.5.
What'd I tell you? I know my cars. This guy's probably a teacher, a coach, civil servant of some kind. Post office, maybe. You'll see.
I could told you that by the way he was dressed. And this decal.
PP, parole and probation.
Our guy's a parole officer.
Eugene Richmond. Had a home visit, 6:30 this morning, Hamden.
Well, he's up bright and early, huh?
Seeing if his clients are sleeping where they're supposed to. So Eugene Richmond makes a surprise home visit early this morning in Hamden. What's he doing in Charles Village? Another home visit?
You ever hear of a parole officer getting clipped?
It's a new one on me.
And a drive-by, no less.
Hamilton Bailiffs, in my office.
Judge Gibbons,
Boss is breathing down his neck.
the mayor, bondfather.
Governor,
You poor schmucks.
don't start with this, Naomi.
He'll say, what do you got?
You say no suspects, 2 half-assed leads. We're working on it, G.
And he'll say, work it harder. Then he'll give us the look, the Giardello glare, and then we'll slink out of his office and back to our desks.
Red balls.
Worse. And they say blue balls are bad.
Templeton and Bailiffs. Agent Sempers and Bowles of the FBI here to assist us with the murder of Judge Gibbons.
Well, I was under the impression Gibbons was a city judge.
And a federal witness. He'd been targeted in a RICO probe. He was about to testify to a grand jury on the Mahoney organization and its pernicious influence upon city officials.
Extortion, bribery, jewelry tampering, judicial misconduct.
Gibbons was on the Mahoney pad?
And you turned him around.
Well, we showed him all he had. He agreed to cooperate.
Agreed?
Call it enlightened self-interest.
Gibbons was scheduled to testify on Monday against Georgia Ray Mahoney and 20 of her associates.
The Mahoney crew owned a judge, and that judge was about to roll on him. Call me crazy. I'm going to go out on a limb here, guys, but that sounds like sort of a motive for murder to me.
Well, proving it will be something else entirely. We may find the killer, we may not. We may link the killer to Georgia Ray Mahoney, we may not. We've been down that road before.
So what have you got so far?
Well, we have a vague description of the guy who accosted him and stabbed him, and a possible scenario for how the hit went down. That's it.
Want to share that scenario with us?
It would be premature.
You fellas have any idea how Georgia Ray Mahoney found out that Gibbons was going to roll on her?
No idea.
So it's a leak. It's a leak. Either came out of your shop or came from the federal courthouse, but it's a leak.
All right. No frictions, no turf battles. Everybody works together and gets along. Capisce?
Sure.
Right. Fun.
Eugene Richmond was hit 5 times, 49 mils. 2 in the lower left abdomen, 1 in his left hip, and 1 in his left shoulder. But the kill shot came from a .38.
38?
Look at this close contact. The gun was touching his right temple.
How can that be? The drive-by perforated him from the other side, the left.
Wait, so the shots came from outside and inside the car?
The crime lab called. There was blood on the passenger door, and it wasn't Richmond's.
So there was somebody else in the car, shot Richmond in the head.
Got caught in a crossfire.
believe you just did that.
Did what?
Check the stalls. What is that, part of the counter surveillance curriculum at Quantico? So you got something you want to say to me, or you just automatically check all the stalls when you come into the men's room?
Kellerman brought us a tape he made of a conversation he'd had with Judge Gibbons. He threatened to expose Gibbons unless he threw out Georgia Ray's civil suit.
Which Gibbons did 10 seconds into the trial.
On the tape, Gibbons not only agreed to throw out the case, he offered Kellerman a bribe to keep quiet.
Did you have a deal with Kellerman?
Actually, I did give him a little heads up off the record.
You told him that you had rolled the judge over on the Mahoney crew.
Cop to cop. I wanted to let him know what was about to go down.
You're the leak, Bauer. You are. You screwed up. You got Gibbons killed.
Kellerman did. The same day Gibbons threw out Georgia Ray's lawsuit, Kellerman confronted the judge on the courthouse steps, started ragging him about our investigation before a couple of dozen bystanders, including some Mahoney crew who were at the trial. If I were you, I'd keep Kellerman away from this case. He's a cowboy.
Mikey. Hey! Kellerman! Oh, I've been looking all over for you.
Now you found me. It's a good job. Then you're a professional.
Yeah, listen, I just had a little men's room chat with the FBI.
Who was it, Bauer?
Well, they said that you let go of their secret. Got Gibbons killed.
Gibbons got himself killed. You get into bed with somebody like Georgia Ray, you're gonna get a dose of the clap, or something worse, something terminal.
Said that you screwed up a federal investigation.
Why do you think the thieves dropped a dime in your ear about me?
Bauer's pissed, doesn't want you anywhere near the investigation.
They blew it. The judge is dead, they got nothing. They're looking for scapegoats. If Georgia Ray skates again, they're gonna put all of this on us, on me in particular.
So you're saying that you didn't call Gibbons out at the courthouse in front of all kinds of witnesses?
Why would I do that?
You were Richmond's partner.
Doesn't mean what it means to you guys. We don't ride around on the job together or work cases. We share a secretary, that's all.
Do you know any of his pros that had a particular beef with him?
May I give you a list?
Great.
180 convicted felons who might have waxed Eugene given the opportunity.
180?
I believe that's how many cases he had last count. When an offender violates parole, we issue a warrant, right?
Yeah, and it usually takes a pretty serious infraction to violate somebody back to the joint.
Guns, dope, consorting with a known felon. Eugene would issue a retake warrant on somebody for spitting on the sidewalk. You ever wonder why more POs don't get flipped?
Crossed my mind, yeah.
Most of us keep a low profile. The parole officer is really just a babysitter bureaucrat with a badge and a gun. We go to court, we file petitions. Eugene acted like he was one of you guys. A real Dick Tracy. Emphasis on Dick. Nessa, please provide these detectives with a list of Eugene's active cases. Names, addresses, offenses.
It'll take me a while to pull it together. Can you come back in an hour?
No problem.
Richmond had a home visit in Hamden this morning.
Nessa, you might know more about that.
Donnie Mason.
Why was Richmond in Charles Village?
He was supposed to give me a ride to work this morning. Let me get started on that list.
The one on the left came from the payphone. The one on the right came from the database on one Nathaniel Lee Mahoney.
Another Mahoney. Where do they all come from?
This particular Mahoney came from Baltimore, Maryland, DOB, January 30, 1973.
25 years old. It's a ripe old age for a Mahoney foot soldier.
Got quite a rap sheet. Narcotics, murder, attempted murder.
So we're looking at a survivor, real pro, battle-scarred veteran of the drug wars.
How come we never heard of him before?
The records show that there was a call from that very same payphone to Judge Gibbons Cellular at 10 after 8.
Nathaniel Lee cases the judge, knows where he's going to be, gets his cell phone number out of Georgia Ray's Rolodex, waits for the esteemed jurist to return to his car. He dials him up. Leaves the receiver dangling so the judge stays on the line.
Hello. Hello. Who is this?
Then he strolls over to him. Stabs him right in the heart. And by 8:13, he's made his escape. What do you think?
Beats the no spare change theory.
Yeah, cool customer, whoever he is.
Hey, Melvin.
What?
In all your travels through Mahoney Land, you ever come across a native son named Nathaniel Lee?
Nathaniel Lee? Sure.
You know him?
Yeah, you do too. Junior Bunk.
What, he's that mook who was taking pot shots at us last year?
Luther's nephew, Georgia Ray's little boy?
Nathaniel Lee, Junior, one and the same. Why?
He's our assassin.
In the Givens case? Ain't no way, no how.
Oh, yeah. We got his thumbprint off a payphone right near the crime scene.
Well, that thumbprint must have been there from a year ago last New Year's Eve because he's been down since then. For the murder of Molly Bowden. Not to mention 3 counts of assault with intent on us. Plus, there ain't no way that bunk punk would stab nobody. He ain't got the heart for it. It's too personal.
So you're saying that the mofo made a mistake?
I'm saying that there ain't no way that punk could take pot shots at 3 police, kill an innocent bystander, and be back out on the street inside of a year. I'll be damned.
Yeah, DOC has him on work release from Jessup just last month.
Post-conviction reconsideration of sentence, blah, 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 blah.
What judge would do that?
Gibbons. He dropped Junior Bunk's sentence to 20 with all but 3 suspended, making him eligible for work release.
Well, I bet that's one favor for Georgia Ray he'd like to have back.
Excuse me, Judge, old buddy, old pal. You want to do me a favor? Let my son out the joint. I want him to do a little something for me. Namely, stab your traitorous ass.
You got an address on Junior?
Yeah, I got about a half dozen of them there, G.
Get on it. Locate where he's staying and get a search and seizure. I want the weapon, and I want to see Junior in the box. Pronto.
Where is she?
Excuse me. You seen Nessa Jackson? She was supposed to leave Eugene Richmond's caseload.
She left it for you. Here you go.
Thank you.
So what did you think of him?
Richmond, a real stickler. Glad I didn't have to work for him.
What about Nessa?
Fine with it, till she started dating Carl. Carl Curtis, one of Mr. McMillan's parolees.
She's dating the next con?
Met him right here in the office.
Isn't that a little unusual?
Tell me something I don't know. Completely against policy. Mr. McMillan didn't seem to care. But Mr. Richmond hated it. Fought with Ness about Carl a lot. Especially after he moved in with her.
Well, Carl lives with Nessa in Charles Village?
Yeah. Ask me. Mr. Richmond had a thing for Nessa. A heavy crush. Just couldn't stand to see her with a dead-end kid like Carl.
Hey, welcome to the Junior Bunk domicile.
Okay, we'll let the uniforms go up first and then we'll take it.
Yeah, well, that's a good plan, Frank. I think you're really gonna like this one because, see, in Junior Bunk, you had a sorriest, punk-ass, no heart for nothing, girly man the East Side has ever seen.
Is that right?
Yeah, I've taken the boy down twice, and both times he come out bawling.
Real crier, huh?
The boy's got a gift for the snivel. Hey, listen, he also likes the back door, so I'm gonna go around there and slip him some.
Come on, Bayless, let's do it. Knock. Junior Bunk! Baltimore homicide!
Show one.
So the bear says, you didn't really come here to hunt, did you?
We got him.
He tried to run on you?
Not exactly. Come on, let's go! Come on, bring him on!
Get in here.
Bring him on! Bring him on!
Get in here. Come on. Get down. Get down.
Hey, boy.
Say what? Yeah, it was 4-on-1, but he gave it a good go. What, you eyeballing me? What, you eyeballing me, boy?
Why would she date an ex-con?
I don't know. Bad boys are exciting. She probably thought she could change him, you know? Rescue fantasies.
Yeah, my ex-wife wanted to change me.
Didn't work, huh?
Sure it did. Thanks to her, I'm perfect.
Here's the file on Carl Curtis.
What do you do time for?
What do they all do time for these days? Possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute.
How's he making it?
Okay, he's found a job, place to live.
With your secretary.
Personally, I had no problem with that. It's his business.
Says here he got fired last week.
Thanks to Richmond. He told Carl's supervisor he was a parolee. Supervisor pink slips Carl the same day.
Richmond cost Carl his job. Hassled him about his girlfriend. We asked you about parolees who might have had it in for Richmond. Why didn't you point us in Carl's direction?
Carl's not a killer.
And you're not a detective. Let us decide who's a suspect and who's not, okay?
Who's Pony Johnson?
East Baltimore dealer.
Carl was part of his crew.
Pony got jacked on a double homicide a few years back.
So Pony's in prison.
Back in prison. He was out on parole. Richmond violated him.
Richmond was Pony's P.O.?
Yeah.
No wonder they call Baltimore a tiny town. Teeny tiny. Check this out. 5 years ago, Pony Johnson, double homicide. Primary on the case, John Munch.
Our John Munch?
Pony Johnson, a real sweetheart. Killed his girlfriend, killed his associate's girlfriend, but first he tortured them both, ostensibly for information, but more for the sheer fun of it. Pony Boy your shooter? Because I heard he was successfully rehabilitated at the penitentiary back on the street.
And Pony Boy's back in Jessup. Richmond violated him 6 months ago. No visible means of support.
When they served the retake warrant, they found weapons and narcotics.
Oops, that'll teach him to parole a double murder after a mere 4.5 years.
Don't that just stick in your craw?
I had my cross surgically removed years ago so I could sleep nights.
So Pony Boy's in stir, looking at 40 more years before he even gets his next parole here.
40 years might make me mad enough to subcontract a hit on Richmond because I couldn't do the scut work myself.
But what about the shooter inside the car?
I thought this was a drive-by.
It was, but somebody inside the car also shot Richmond point blank in the head.
That Pony, nothing if not thorough, huh?
Carl knew Richmond's routine.
Richmond stops by to give Nessa a ride. Carl hops in the car instead, caps Richmond. Drive-by boys roll up to finish the job. They nick Carl by mistake.
Or by design. Sounds like they were trying to take out Carl, too, and tie up all their loose ends.
Let's go pay the happy couple a house call. I don't know what y'all so happy and smiley about.
You violated your work release.
Found 3 guns in your house.
A convicted felon with firearms. Oh, man.
Ain't mine.
They were found on your premises.
I don't know how they got there. Must belong to somebody else.
I don't believe the court would draw those subtle distinctions, Junior.
So I'm down for 20, right?
That 6 months you just did? It must have been an eye-opener. Physically, mentally, and sexually. How you handle that? You had to carve out a space in your head that says it's not really me doing all these nasty things. This is somebody else. I'll go back to being me as soon as I get out of here. That how you made it? Day after day, hour after hour.
That's not gonna happen now. You don't get to be you anymore.
Is it true what they say about prison time? Slowest time in the world.
Hey, you don't need to worry about me, all right? I can do the 20.
Oh, that's very impressive, Junior. But what about life? Can you do life?
I don't have to do life.
For the murder of Judge Gibbons?
What you talking about, man? I ain't killed nobody.
Oh, wait a minute, Frank. You misspoke. See, when you murder a judge, you don't get life. You get death.
Come on, man. He was dirty. You know, the judge was dirty.
How you know? Your mama tell you that?
Yeah, he still wore the long black robe.
We frown on killing judges here. Where do you think you are? Colombia?
That's right, the Mahoney cartel, huh?
Yeah, well, you may as well just kiss my ass goodbye and let me go on and do my 20, because you got nothing.
Oh, we got you.
How you figure that?
Eyewitnesses put you in the corner park in Saratoga bright and early this morning.
And it wasn't me, man. They mistaken.
Right where the judge was stabbed?
I wasn't there.
What about the payphone?
What payphone?
Right in the corner where the judge died. You ever used that payphone?
Man, how would I remember something like that?
Well, we dusted it for prints. And we came up with one hit. Nathaniel Lee Mahoney, a.k.a. Junior Bunk.
Man, so what?
So we put you right in the middle of the crime scene.
Hey, I might have been there earlier, you know. But before anybody got killed, though.
Well, why were you on Saratoga Street early this morning?
It wasn't early. It was late. I was coming home from clubbing. I used that phone to call a cab like 5, 6 in the morning.
So you were out and about in the wee hours of the morning, wandering around downtown, and you just happen to leave your thumbprint on the public payphone where a judge gets stabbed in the heart 2 hours later. What incredibly bad luck.
Ain't that a bitch? Tell me about it. I always had bad luck, you know?
What cab company you call?
Man, I don't know, Royal.
Royal. Okay, I'm gonna call the Royal Company, see what they got in their logs.
But I ain't take no Royal cab, though. I mean, I called them, but this other cab came by, so I just took that one.
What company?
Man, how am I supposed to remember that? I flagged it from the street.
Well, I'm gonna call Royal anyway, because they always log their dispatch calls. We're gonna have to talk to that pissed-off cab driver who showed up at Saratoga Park at 6 a.m. to find his fare gone.
Hey, wait, but as a matter of fact, though, on second thought, maybe it wasn't Royal I called.
What company then?
I forget. Who cares, huh? Man, I ain't talking to y'all no more.
I don't blame you, Junior.
Yeah, it's a good thing that prison made you hard, Junior, because prison's all you got left. Now, you're gonna get life for the judge, plus the 20 that you already racked up from Molly Bowman. That's life plus 20, if you're lucky.
Yeah, and if you're not, lethal injection. But then again, just like you said, you never been lucky.
You want to take the way for the judge, you die. You want to give up your mother, you live. It's that simple.
You already given up your mother once. You know, why don't you just nod your head and I'll go over there and I'll call the state's attorney's office. I'll go over there and I'll call the state's attorney's office. Okay? Because you know she's cutting you loose. For your mother. Once again, she betrayed you again. How many times are you supposed to be punished in prison before you finally grow up, huh? Before you finally become a man?
You are her son. Who y'all think y'all dealing with, huh? Huh? I'm a man. I ain't no boy. A man. I'll do the 20. I'll do the life. I don't care. So y'all go ahead, send me straight to death row. Put the poison in my vein. But I'm done talking. You hear me? So I'm telling your skinny white ass and your sorry black ass to go ahead, ring me up. Please. Do whatever it is you think you can do to me.
It's me. I forgot something.
Tricky.
Hey, baby, it started bleeding again.
Careful it don't get infected.
Homicide. Carl Curtis, you're under arrest.
What?
Ooh, we better get you to the ER. That looks nasty.
Bet you it's a 9mm gunshot wound. In fact, looks exactly like the holes in Eugene Richmond.
Well, except for the one in his head.
Hey, Carl! Don't make us shoot you, too.
Baby?
Now, we pushed Junior Bunk as far as he would go.
With the print hit from the phone and the way he messed up his taxi cab story, the old Junior Bunk would have been crying big crocodile tears by now. But this is the new, improved Junior Bunk, tempered in the pen.
We found the murder weapon.
No. He probably threw it in the harbor. We're never going to find it. But even when we had that knife, we were waving it in his face. Junior Bunk would not have blinked an eye.
Where's Junior now?
He's out in the squadron waiting to be transported to Central Booking.
He's asking for a phone call.
Give it to him.
G, it's my belief that if we want Georgia Ray Mahoney's head on a platter, we're going to have to turn somebody else. Because we cannot intimidate Junior anymore.
You need something?
And what the hell I need from you?
Yeah, keep your eyes to yourself before you lose them.
Psst. Hey, Mommy.
I don't know, Junior. I have to question your judgment. To grease Gibbons after he got you out? It's not only ungrateful, but it's kind of short-sighted, don't you think? Who's gonna get you out now? Your mom's? She'll probably end up right next to you on death row. That'd be something, huh? Mother-son killers? It's probably one for the record books. Maybe they'll execute you both at the same time. I'd pay a lot of money to see that little exhibition.
Hey, Kellerman, man. Let me tell you a secret. We got the judge. Guess what? You next.
I don't think so. Don't get too close. She bites. You might lose a finger.
Junior Bunk, Junior Bunk, Junior Bunk. And they say folks don't change. Yeah, My hat's off to you, brother.
What the hell are you talking about, man?
Man, you went from being a confused little mama's boy, gangster wannabe to a stone-cold, hard-ass life. I mean, that's... Congrats.
Thanks.
Takes a real genius to throw away a second chance. Takes a real man to throw away a whole life, all before you're 30.
Screw you, man.
Screw me.
Okay, pal, make your phone call. Make it quick.
Hey, Kat, here's your coffee. Hope you like it black.
Yeah! Hey, I'm walking up out of here. You hear me? I'm walking.
Is that bar time or real time?
Part-time.
Bayless is supposed to cover the kitchen tonight. You better not stick me with it again.
Cherry?
Always. Why do you think they call it Manhattan? Do you know?
What else could they call it? Beautiful, seductive, intoxicating, and really, really bad for you.
Like you.
My Just one. I don't care what people say. You are as sweet as just pie.
I'll take the Manhattan. Thoughts on a maraschino cherry?
Forbidden fruit.
An allegory in a glass. Cheers.
Mercy.
What's going on here? What's going on?
All right, clear the way. Clear the way. Clear it. Let's move around quick. We'll be good.
Too hard. His smarts, I bet, huh?
Oh, I can't feel anything, and that's what's really scary. Is it still there?
What?
My foot, my ankle, whatever got shot.
Yeah, it's right there. It's still there.
Don't lie, Bayless.
I'm not. Everything will be okay.
think this is my fault?
Hey, let's just not start with that, Mikey. There's no fingers in nobody but Junior. And Georgia Ray.
Have a heart, man. Uncuff me.
You think I'm gonna take a chance with a prisoner after what happened here tonight? You're lucky I don't have you in leg irons.
Where's Nessa?
Talking to Detective Stivers.
Why you gotta drag her into all this, man?
She didn't help you?
Help me?
Set up Eugene Richmond.
Oh, that P.O. got capped? I ain't involved with that. I don't even...
Come on. Look, he was messing with you. Your job, your girlfriend. When Pony asked you to hit Richmond, you jumped at the opportunity.
Pony? Who's Pony?
Don't dummy up on me. I'm not in the mood. We know that the shots from the drive-by did not kill Richmond. You were in the car. You shot him point blank. We found your blood in the car. You got clipped in the crossfire. And that bullet that they dug out of your arm is going to match up to one of the guns that killed Richmond.
They all trying to frame me.
Think about how it went down, Carl. Pony sets up the hit. Then he sends backup. Not to finish off Richmond, to do you. You want to take the heat 100% for this fiasco? Fine. Take it.
Nah. Not really, no. Hell with that. I was gonna do the rat bastard myself. I guess this is the next best thing.
Why didn't you warn Eugene Richmond that there was a contract out on him?
I didn't want to get Carl into trouble.
Excuse me?
Eugene would have violated Carl back to prison for even talking to Pony. Besides, I didn't think anything was going to happen anyway. I thought it was all just talk. You know?
What the hell happened? I go across the street for a cocktail. I come back to the squadron. It's the Alamo.
Junior Bunk snatched a weapon up out of Tambell's desk. Guardy Ballard, 3 uniforms got hit.
Well, it could have happened to anybody. We've all left our guns in our desk drawers. How are they?
3 uniforms are dead. Springs, khaki, and more.
3 down. Guardy got shot in the chest. You gonna make it? I don't know. It's touch and go, I think. Ballard, she got hit in the ankle. Well, it doesn't sound so bad by comparison. She might lose her foot. God.
They're both still in surgery.